Hey folks, Amber Broadway here. Great to see you. I can't believe it's the end of August. The kids are back in school. The nights are getting cooler up here in Big Cottonwood, and we are now in the countdown to winter opening. But before that happens, I wanted to showcase a member of our lodging team, as well as talk a little bit about our offerings up here for our guests for lodging options. So Nick Sikowski is our Director of Lodging and Village Operations. And Nick, how long have you been at Solitude?
This will be my 12th winter.
12th winter. Nick has been here. He really has seen Solitude grow and change, especially here in the lodging and in the village team. So Nick's gonna give us some insights into what his team has been working on this summer for some projects that we've been doing here in the village, as well as talk a little bit about what makes his team so special and unique. One of the things that I'm the most proud of is that for the last 2 years, Solitude has been ranked number 2 within the Altera Mountain Company for what we call our Net Promoter Scores for lodging. So our guests, when they come and stay with us, they get a survey at the end, they fill out the survey and give us some feedback, and then they can rate us on how likely they are to recommend us to their friends and family. And for 2 years, we've been right up there at number 2, and it's been a very impressive accomplishment. So we'll go out, we'll see some things, and then also Nick's gonna show us inside some of the properties we manage within the condos, as well as show us some rooms that in our Solitude Inn. All right, here we are out in the village courtyard. This is one of my favorite views of the entire village with the clock tower, the stone house. It's so beautiful. So Nick, we talked about how we've been number 2 the last 2 years within Altera, and the only way you achieve that is when you have extraordinary customer service. Can you tell our guests a little bit about your team, what makes them special? What are things that you do with your team to help make sure they can deliver such high standards?
Absolutely. We've got an amazing team at Solitude. Everybody is really passionate about offering an excellent guest experience for the folks who come stay with us. And everybody cares about contributing to a wonderful work environment. We work in this beautiful place, as you can see, and everybody wants to enjoy their coworkers too, enjoy their time in the break room, enjoy working with one another. So we're really lucky to have these folks on board.
And you have, of all the teams at Solitude, Nick's team has one of the largest English as a second language. There's a lot of Spanish-speaking employees. And, tell me a little bit about what you do with that team, how to get everybody working together and collaborating and getting to, enjoy different cultures and different backgrounds.
Absolutely. So it started with just translating, keywords in our break room, in our areas of work. So in our laundry room, translating sheets and blankets, towels. But it turned into us developing a English as a second language and Spanish as a second language program for our staff. So once a week we were meeting, 2 separate teams meeting, learning each other's language, each other's first language, and it was great. Our team was better able to communicate with one another and really fun for us.
Yeah, and I am really proud. Nate hired an individual named Andy. Andy is a English as second language teacher, and he's been offering these classes. But and people are just having a great experience. I haven't been able to enroll in one yet because it hasn't worked with my schedule. But one of the things that I've always been impressed with is when you go into break rooms in our lodging teams, is the break rooms are so much fun. Number 1, we have Anna and Dulce, and they're leading great teams. But the break rooms are full of these awesome boards that show all these pictures of them hiking and biking and having picnics, and everything's in English and everything is in Spanish. And you walk in there and there's just so much fun and so much life. And it's really clear to me how much your team likes each other and how much fun they have together.
Yeah, it's like a family.
Yeah.
We spend a bunch of time with one another, 40 hours a week, sometimes more, and we enjoy that time.
Yeah, of all the teams at Solitude, I think the lodging team is one of the most committed to camaraderie, they're most tightly knit, and that definitely plays into how that group of people put out such an incredible customer service. One of the things people don't realize is we actually have some challenging arrival experiences for our guests, where they have to drive and leave their car, and then they get in a little Can-Am and we pick them up and we move them, and the reverse, not to mention in the winter with 800 inches of snow. So it's a true testament. So Nick, talk to us a little bit about some of the projects your team has been working on here in the village this summer.
Yeah, so our village grounds team has embarked on a village beautification project. What we've been working on is just kind of trimming back some of the weeds, some of the shrubs in the area, planting some native species native to the Cottonwood Canyons and surrounding area, and really making the village landscaping look just as beautiful as the mountains.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe we can turn a little bit. We can show you some of the landscaping here, how beautiful it looks. Now, it may look a little still a little bit wild, but everything that's been left are all the native species. So the landscaping team has removed all the invasive, all of the weeds. We put the mulch out, and then you can see behind me over here, like in front of the stone house, the team put out all these really beautiful planters, and I don't know how many dozens of these we have around the village. But that's how we can add in some pretty flowers and not have to worry about putting them in the ground.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then talk to me a little bit about what's going to happen this summer with pavers. You know, pavers is a pretty common material in courtyards. So what's your team working on with that?
Yeah, so we receive 500 inches of snow a year here, and some years 800 inches. And with that, when we remove the snow off these pavers, we take heavy machinery and scrape it down to the paver, get it clear so it's nice and safe and walkable for the guests here. But that does impact the paver. There's chips in them, there's little divots. We're going to be mining out sections of good paver, replacing all the chipped pavers, just to have a nice walking surface. We do have a few sections where we do have to regrade these pavers just to ensure proper drainage. A few sections where we're providing better access to frequently used doorways. But this should be looking good for winter time.
So Nick and his team also helps us oversee color schemes. You know, this summer we painted things, we painted our tables, we've got cornhole out. You know, in addition to the landscaping, they're putting out all the new Christmas lights, they've taken down dead trees. It's been a very well coordinated and well thought out plan to improve the beautification of the village, and Nick has spearheaded that. So it's been awesome. So Nick, maybe we should head into one of the condos here. Yeah. Again, we manage a lot of the condos here in the village. So what we'd like to do is show you what the inside of one of those units, and as Nick mentioned, get a little sneak peek into what it's like to stay up here with us, which is a pretty special thing to do. Okay, here we are on the balcony of one of our units in Creekside that we manage. And you know what we really wanted to show is like, this could be your winter vacation, or this could be a place in the summer where you could come with friends. I mean, look at this incredible view. This is how close you are. This is definitely, you know, very easy to get to. You can almost see the Apex lift right there, one of our signature lifts. So Nick, let's tell our guests a little bit about when you stay with us, what are some of the advantages and what are some of the privileges you get?
Yeah, spending an evening here is something special. Solitude on its own is an amazing place, but being able to walk back from the Honeycomb Grill or Thirsty Squirrel after an evening going out to eat is something special. Walking back to your residence and being able to spend a little bit of time on a balcony like this before bed, and then waking up, heading out to the ski lifts, whether summer or winter. It's an amazing experience.
And all of our guests who stay with us, whether in our managed properties in the condos or the inn, they get access to Club Solitude, yep, which is a beautiful facility. You can check it out on the link below. And, you know, that has an indoor gym, it has a game room, media room, outdoor year-round pool, 2 hot tubs. It's a great win. My husband and I stayed up here recently with our 2 girls, and it was really fun, like Nick said, to be able to go out at night, walk around, have dinner, not worry about getting in the car, and be here embedded right in the base of this amazing mountain.
Absolutely.
Cool. All right, so from here, we're gonna go and take a quick view on the inside of one of our units, and then we'll head over to the inn. Okay, here we are. We're inside one of our luxury accommodations. This is one of our Silver Aspens units. It's a 4-bedroom plus den. It is gorgeous. This is super popular in the summer for brides and weddings. Yep, it's a great place to make base camp, but it's also a great place in the winter to have a bunch of family. Awesome place to hang out for your, your destination ski vacation. So Nick, tell us a little bit about, what are the things that when our owners choose to rent with us, what do we bring to the table that's unique?
Right. So when our owners choose to rent with Solitude, they not only get somebody on site 24/7, 365 days a year, they also get to be part of the Solitude family. They get to rent with us, special owner benefit package, which includes lift tickets, lessons in the summer. There's bike rentals, a nice little punch pass for ice cream scoops over at the Stone House.
Huge hit, by the way.
Huge hit, yeah. But really the biggest thing we hear is just the eyes and ears, us being on site, able to take care of their property.
Yeah. So that's, we do take a lot of, we take it personal when we take an owner's unit into our pool. We make sure that it gets the care and love that an owner deserves. And the other thing is just the service that we provide. I talked about, check-in, all of the housekeeping services, the maintenance services. So when that, when the toilet gets clogged on your signature vacation, you have somebody right here to help you. Yep. So Nick, in this unit, and we'll show you a little bit of it, but you have in-garage parking down below. You have all of your ski lockers down below. Yep. Upstairs are all of the bedrooms. This is what they call the great room. Yep. And then we'll kind of walk, one of my favorite pieces, in any good, is this amazing fireplace.
Fireplace, right?
So gorgeous. The living room. And then obviously this incredible kitchen, right? You can just imagine yourself, whether you're summer for a wedding or in the winter for your, awesome family ski vacation, just hanging out here, kids, family, beautiful kitchen, refrigerator. It's we're really lucky. The development, the architecture here is just lovely, and in addition to having those incredible views that we showed you before, like these properties that we get to manage are just they're awesome.
Really special.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so from here we'll head back over to the inn and we'll give you an insider peek into some of the accommodations over there. Okay, Nick, so here we are. Now we're inside the Solitude Inn. This is one of our signature suites up on the 4th floor. It's actually one of my favorites. You can kind of see this incredible view over here that pans the whole village and a great view of Apex. So you keep your eye on the lift line as well as watch all the skiers on Main Street. A thing I like about it here is it has the little kitchenette, super great if you have kids, families. I mean, obviously it sleeps 4, but it's nice to have this little space as well. So Nick, tell us a little bit about someone who that's watching wants to go ahead and book their dream vacation, whether in summer or winter. How do we go about this?
Yeah, so the best way to book a vacation here is to call our central reservations department. We have folks trained on all the different units, all the different options available to you, but they can also book ski school. They can book, ski rentals, lift tickets, kind of package your whole vacation together, just so when you get here, you're on vacation.
Yeah, that's awesome. You can also check things out online. We have all of the lodging for winter is available if you want to go ahead and just check and see what prices are. So Nick, this was great to highlight you and your team. Nick works for one of our vice presidents, Marlon Stewart. She's the VP of Sales and Lodging, phenomenal team member. And what is one of Marlon's best sayings for her team?
Oh, so Marlon always tells us, if we're asking about, some of our goals or anything, she just says, focus on your team, make sure that we're, none of us individually can do this, can host guests, can, clean all the rooms. So we need a whole team effort to complete our work. And that's what we all live and work by here.
Yeah, and it's team first, and it really shows in the experience, the way our guests have rated us with their stays. You just saw all the different things we're doing to make sure that the village looks wonderful. So coming ahead, Nick, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time today.
Yeah.
Nick has been as a really important part of our senior leadership team here. So what's coming ahead, we are going to be hosting for our first time the Utah State Championships of the Highland Games. So that's going to be that first Saturday and Sunday in September. I'm really excited. Come see Utah's finest men and women compete in everything. They're gonna throw the things and hold the things. It's gonna be an awesome test of physical performance. So that's that first Saturday and Sunday of September. And then super excited to announce our grand opening of our Gravity Logic mountain bike park. That will be on Friday, September 8th. We'll be open from 10 to 6. So we'll be opening with a couple of our machine-built free ride trails, as well as a couple of our hand-built tech trails. These are all new trails that will be serviced off of the Moonbeam Lift. So.
Yeah.
There you have it, folks. It's fall, and we'll see you on the hill soon.